Cicero's third and fourth canons are style and memory. Style is all about language, whereas memory is really all about internalization. Let's start with memory first. So, when Cicero spoke about memory, he didn't necessarily mean that speakers should memorize their message word for word. Think about what you would sound like if you'd memorized a presentation. Also, think about what would happen if you messed up while you were delivering a memorized presentation. Memory is really more about practicing and rehearsing. You should practice so that your presentation is extemporaneous. That means natural. This means that instead of reciting, which can often create a robotic sound, it's better to be like my favorite Futurama character, Bender. Bender's a robot, but he uses inflection and tone to convey interest and importance. It gives him personality. Another good way to create an extemporaneous or natural delivery is to develop a speaking outline. Instead of writing down every word in your presentation, write down major points. Maybe give yourself key points and key words to remember. You could even write down how to pronounce a word. This is going to help you develop a presentation that is more natural. Let's move on to diction and style. As I said, style is really all about language. So let's talk about a few issues related to language while presenting. First of all, effective speakers focus on the clarity of their message. There are a few ways that you can create a clear and impacting verbal message. The first way is to use unequivocal terms. Unequivocal terms are terms that don't have any other ambiguous meanings or unclear definitions. Unequivocal terms help avoid confusion and misunderstanding on your audience's part. It's also important to use jargon minimally or to define jargon. Jargon is language that's related to a particular discipline or industry. Let's say that you are discussing car racing with a group of fans. It's probably okay to use jargon associated with that sport without defining it. Let's say you change the audience to those who know very little about car racing or who've just started learning about the sport. You may have to define those industry-specific terms for the audience in order to focus on clarity. Let's talk a little bit more about how language works. A word is made up of, first of all, a dictionary definition. This is called denotation. This is the standardized definition of a word. Words also carry connotation. Connotation is self-reflective and is specific sometimes to a culture, a group of people, or even an individual person. Consider the differences between the words chef and cook. Chef tends to carry connotations of prestige and almost implies a lot more study and work. Whereas cook carries different connotations. Next time, we'll get into concrete language and using vivid details to help you develop a clear and impacting verbal message.